When supper time came, the old cook came on deck saying, fellas, it's too rough to feed you. At 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved in. He said, fellas, it's been good to know you. The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that
Welcome everybody to Creators United. I don't even know what episode this is. This is like episode 28, maybe 29.
You're asking the wrong guy.
I'm quickly pulling it up. It's 28. I was right on the money. That's crazy.
Nice.
That is
There you
unbelievable.
go. I am
Anyway.
impressed.
Yeah, I am too.
You have a skill no one else in the world has.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm Dane, along with my main man, Mags. What's going on, bro?
Hey, good to be talking with you. It's been a while. It's been about 3 months since I did any kind of recording. So it's great to be here with somebody who I consider to be one of the greatest friends I've made throughout this whole podcasting journey.
100%. And I agree. We're talking like this is a funeral. We're talking like this is this is the death of a career. We're gonna. I was thinking we should if we had a physical studio, we would put like a jersey or a mic in the rafters for you, because this is in case anyone doesn't know, this is Mag's last episode. Might be my last episode with the way I'm talking here. The way I'm stuttering over my words.
The way I see it is never say never, right? That being said, I think this will be my last episode of any kind of podcasting and creating, at least for a significant amount of time. I don't want to say this is the last thing I'm ever going to record ever. Don't want to say it's the last time I'm ever going to be on Creators United, but I've taken about a 3-month break. I think you and I agreed to do this Edmund Fitzgerald episode a while ago, and
correct.
For me, it represents more than just an episode. It represents really, for me, it represents something significant about our friendship. So it was important to me that I recorded this, but I think after this, I will kind of be retreating back again.
Correct. Now let's get right into it. I want to take of course, today is November 10th, literally 3 minutes ago, real time. 7:10 was the last time that the Edmund Fitzgerald did put out its last radio broadcast. But we'll get to that in a few minutes here. I want to bring up what you just talked about. You've taken some time off. Obviously, it sounds like you reflected a little bit. Again, I'm making it sound like you did something horrible during this time or something, like you're getting canceled. But just take us through it, man. I mean, what have you been kind of up to? You're off of you step back from Disneyverse. So take us through that decision a little bit.
Yeah. So this is Creators United. We are always pretty real and honest because, let's be real, not a ton of people watch this show. So we can be pretty we can be pretty real.
100%.
So I decided to step away from Disneyverse back in August, and there's a few reasons why. One of the big reasons is just grad school's real busy, and so first and foremost, it's tough to make the time and work for podcast, and especially when I'm every once in a blue moon helping with editing. Alex would always do the majority of the editing, but helping with the editing to an extent, helping write histories and plan episodes and make games. That takes up a pretty fair amount of time. And oftentimes I was late to recordings because I was busy with work and then got behind planning the episode and things like that, which certainly wasn't fair to my co-hosts. On top of that, by the time I got to recording episodes, got to the point where I was pretty tired, wasn't ringing my A game, and really was not helping the podcast. Additionally, I think the podcast was moving in kind of a different direction. There were definitely creative differences and definitely some button heads between a couple of the hosts. And I won't name names so that I'm not throwing folks under the bus. There's a host of the of Disneyverse that I'm not on speaking terms with anymore, where he wanted the
Mm.
show to go in one creative direction. I wanted it to go in another creative direction. And truth be told, the fans definitely liked his creative direction better. And ultimately, you're making the show, you're making it for the fans. And for that creative direction, that's something that, for me, first off, it wasn't something that I was able to get as passionate about. Second off, it was something that I just wasn't very skilled at. And so, the remaining part of the show, I would have held it back. We also had different visions for the show of, I just wanted it to be a fun, casual show. This host wanted it to really expand into something really big. And I don't want to stand in the way of something like that. And so, I made plenty of mistakes along the way. I, you know, definitely caused some rifts and caused some issues as well. And even when like sponsor of the show that I just personally didn't agree with, and who ended up leaving the show because I really had an episode where I was at perhaps my absolute worst, making jokes that just didn't land and things of that nature. And ultimately, for me, it was a decision of I'm not bringing my A game, but not just that, I am holding the podcast back. And that is not fair to these three guys who have put in so much work for it. And so for me, ultimately, it made more sense than anything else for me to step away and no longer be a part of the show. As much as it hurt me then, as much as it hurts me now, because I loved it. It was a huge highlight of my week, but ultimately, I wasn't putting in what needed to be put in to make a good product. And you know, in that situation, you got to do the right thing. Sometimes the correct decisions are the tough decisions, and I feel that me stepping away was the correct decision for the show and for the hosts and for the fans. So,
Yeah, I like that answer. I like that answer a lot because, even though I mean, this is Big Beautiful Diz, just looking at it from my perspective, Big Beautiful Diz may look like a one man show from the outside. It's anything but. I have a lot of collaborators behind the scenes. And there's a lot of times uh, where I feel that I am not at a, a mental block writing or a mental block with creative ideas or just anything. And I feel really bad for pushing back dates, but I do it a lot because I feel like it's then better for the output. And I hate to put out videos or anything like that that don't reflect the quality that I want to present. Like you know, recently Tim Burton, the last two videos I made, the Tim Burton video, which I've put a lot of effort into, and it came out amazing, I think. Uh, and then the When She Loved Me video. The reason the When She Loved Me video was even made is because that was not a good time for me mentally. So for coping with that, I made a video about a song that I was listening to a lot this year. And that video basically just lays out everything that has been going on with me. The reason that I've not kind of been myself, and I think it takes I think it takes a strong person, and I think it takes a real man to take a look at yourself and be like, hey, for one reason or another, maybe for like collaborative efforts like you talked about, or relationship or anything like that, to look at yourself and say, hey, something needs to happen here, that I can't keep going on, this isn't really who I am. um you know so yeah, I like your honesty.
yeah.
I
I
really
appreciate you
do.
saying that, brother.
I wasn't expecting that. I honestly thought it was just you were gonna come on here and be like, met somebody on Bumble and they don't want me to podcast or something like that. There's usually, there's usually those outside factors, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, now that we got that out of the way, I mean, is there really anything else? Because you said, like, we had this episode planned, and you wanted to do that episode, this episode, which I appreciate. Man of his word, man of the people.
Yeah.
Um,
My outlook was I'm just gonna be honest because again, this show's listenership. Oh my God. All right, let's just a new room that I'm not used to.
audio listeners, the lights just went out. I don't know if there's a power outage over in
Hold on.
Ohio right now.
Oh, there we go.
It seems like the gales of November came
Middle
early.
of November. The snow outside. Snow outside and it's fall. I don't know what's
There's no
up.
snow. We're not getting any snow yet. It's in the next couple days. It's probably gonna be coming.
So I guess the next chapter of the story is, well, what have I been doing, since all the podcasting? And so, I did end up meeting somebody on Hinge and we went on a few dates and best dates I'd ever had. I really thought it was going somewhere. And then just got
Mm.
completely ghosted after date three. And that, yeah,
I'm not laughing because, dude, literally, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the fact that this exact thing happened to me, and I'm not even joking.
no.
Dude, like word for word. We didn't meet on Hinge. We met on Tinder, which was my first mistake. But I can tell that story after you're done. Like exact thing, dude.
Hmm.
Crazy.
So what happened when all of that was going on is I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, you know what? I've gained some weight since starting grad school. And today's the day that I start working on getting that weight off. And so I, started minimizing the amount of unhealthy carbohydrates that I was eating, started focusing on eating better, taking in less calories and better, healthier calories, focusing on eating things like chicken and less of the tortilla chips, less of the crackers and breakfast cereals, minimizing dairy, and then focusing on exercising as well. So I started by just only being able to run 7 minutes at once. And then now I can do, 5K in under half an hour, focusing on stationary bikes. Started going through weightlifting today. And so I'm down about 10 pounds and continuing to go here. So that's been going on for about, a month and a half to 2 months or so now. So that's, I guess, been the biggest thing I've done with the time that I now have when I'm not creating of. I've really started focusing on getting healthier and really changing my mindset and my wellness.
I like to hear that, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I
But
like
now,
that.
I appreciate it. You teased us earlier, though. I want to hear your story now.
Okay, so this was beginning of October, right?
Hmm.
So I had beginning of October, I had been talking to somebody throughout the entire summer. And I come to find out I figure out that she's very anxious person, high anxiety. And for a while I was like, I'm okay with that. I get anxious, like I understand it. I'm not going to be a dick about it and like ghost this person because she has anxiety. I'm like, let's figure this out. So there's multiple times where we have a plan to maybe meet up and not concrete plans, but those plans don't end up happening, which is okay. We didn't have concrete plans. It's fine. Um, but it gets to the point where the anxiety it gets to the point where I don't see a future if we can't meet, you know? And I feel really bad for this person because she's a very nice girl. She still wants to I'm very close to blocking her on Instagram because she keeps trying to contact me and I just don't want to talk to her. Like it's like I just and like I feel really bad for saying that, but again, if we're not going to meet in person, I just don't see a future with this person at all. And so I stopped talking to her. And then it makes me sound this happens within a span of a month, so it makes me sound like a player. Dude, I'm not. I've been single since February. Like we've had our discussions about the
Hmm.
troubles that I've had on it. So all of a sudden, for some reason, October is a very busy month on dating apps for me. I'm not quite sure why. Um,
That's why it's cuffing season. It was for me too.
yeah, I guess so. Um, so yeah, stop talking to her. A couple days later, meet somebody else on Tinder, and this person's wonderful. This person's wonderful. I go on a date with her. It goes great. Go on a second date. Goes great. And then the second date, I'm coming home. She lives in the other county next to me, about 40 minutes away. So I'm coming home and I get into a car accident. I'm
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Everyone's fine. The only thing that's
Good.
not fine is my is my passenger seat mirror because the thing is
Oh
completely
man,
broken off, and I've
I'm
gotten it.
so glad you're okay, dude.
Yeah, I've
Oh
gotten it
man,
fixed. It's fine. It's fine.
good.
But the mirror was completely broken off. I immediately got that fixed. Everything's okay. Anyway, I get back home and I'm like, okay, it's probably time to, check in with her because I need to tell her because the next time I see her, just going to see a massive gash in my near my window because like there's a
Mhm.
paint scrape. And so I messaged her. I'm like, hey, I got into a car accident coming home from your dorm. And I wake up the next morning, and on Instagram when you get blocked,
No, I've
the
never been
well
blocked.
on Instagram when you get blocked, the username says Instagram user, and the profile is gone. So I go on Instagram, right? I scroll to the DM section. It says Instagram user, and the profile picture is gone. And I'm like, oh, like great, that's fun. No explanation, just gone.
Hmm.
So yeah, interesting. Interesting. I don't know if I think it was something that happened during the date. I find it hard to believe that it was because of the an accident.
Sure. Hmm.
But who knows? I'm talking to another person now, which again makes me sound like a player. I'm not. I'm just very lucky, I guess, right now, because we've been talking for a few weeks. A little Creators United news. How about some Creators United news?
How
Do a little
about
bit
it?
of that. So, of course, everyone's probably thinking, "Oh, show's gonna end because Mags is ending, right? Mags is no
I would
longer on the
hate that.
show."
Oh man, that'd be awful. Oh, that'd be horrible. I don't want
So
that.
yeah, we don't want Creators United to end. So
No.
I'm pleased to announce that going forward, Creators United will continue with myself and one of my best friends in the entire world, Brendan from It Came from Disney Plus, even though that show isn't really active anymore. But yes, the legacy will continue. The I may be streaming more in Creators United Twitch. We'll see. Um, you people have to tune in for that to happen because if you don't tune in, the streams are not going to happen. Um, but yeah, so that's going to be cool. That's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that, even though you will
Oh
be
yeah.
missing. Can we get some claps up in the chat for Mags real quick? Let's get a
Oh
round of
no.
applause going
I don't need that. I
for
don't
our
need this.
founder. This was your show. Like without you, this show would not have happened because it was your idea. So, do you want to tell that? I don't know if you've ever told that story or not. Like how this show actually came to be.
Really it's not the world's most exciting story. Essentially,
It is.
I am a completionist. No matter what I do, I need to, if I get into any kind of fandom, I need to know every single piece of it. And so,
Right.
for example, after, 2 years, I watched through everything Star Wars, which, by the way, I haven't podcasted since that. I have very much finished Star Wars at this point.
Oh, let's go. Beautiful.
And so when it came to originally getting into Diz and then No New Friends, and then all of the other shows, Big Beautiful Diz, Remy's Roundtable, Nerd Archive, Studio 21, it came from Disney Plus. I had to listen to all of them. So I
Right.
did listen to all of them. And then I eventually got to Creators Club, which was kind of the successor of Diz Journey.
Right.
Listened through that, and that was only like 7 episodes. And I was like, let's just, why don't we try to bring it back in a new form? I never got to be a part of the big crossover show. And so, I was talking to a few folks to try to see who would be interested, and nobody was more interested than Dane. And so I got Dane on board. Scott was interested as well. So I got Scott on board, and the three of us kind of became that central trio. Dane very kindly offered to edit all the episodes. And so I said, listen, I had this idea. I came up with the name. Um, Creators United. Dane figured out the mascot. Figured I got all the fiber stuff figured out.
Hmm.
And I was like, listen, you take the majority of creative control since you're the one doing the editing and putting it out and doing most of the grunt work, and then I'll help you plan the episodes from there. But you were the one welcome to steer the ship, I guess, keeping with our theme tonight. So we would collab on 2-hour Discord calls, just going through potential ideas till we came up with
Yeah.
the, you know, Diz His Questions episode for Chris. That was how we came up with the Christmas episode that never happened, things like that.
And probably never will happen. That was also where we came up with the DoorDash Remy bit
That's
that was
right.
clipped and posted on the channel a few days ago. If anyone hasn't seen that, that was a classic bit.
Speaking of Remy,
What else was
congratulations
brought
for
up
his
in there?
6th year anniversary.
Uh-huh.
It was very
October
exciting.
19th, I think.
Yep, tuned into that episode. That was a very exciting episode.
I forgot about that episode. When even was that? What day is that? Is that the 16th?
I don't. It was a Wednesday. All I know is that I was on the YouTube stream for that because I really still wasn't podcasting then, but I promised him I'd be on the YouTube stream the 15th. Taking a break from mostly creating right now, but once I start to get back into it, I still do really want to make the vlogs and the travel YouTube channel thing at some point. I do think that would be just really, really fun.
Yeah, I agree. There was one point where I was gonna have you record some. I forget where you were going. You were going to like
I think that was
Michigan or
during my New
something.
England trip, and I was so
Yeah,
jam-packed during that
yeah, yeah,
trip.
yeah.
Um,
And I wanted to do
yeah,
something,
otherwise
but
I
we
would
never.
have. Yeah,
Yeah, there's just a
but
lot of ideas, and then like
mhm.
you just never get around to. Dude, I still have ideas from when I first made the channel that still hasn't been made. Like there's ideas on my video idea list that literally are from like 2019, and I still
Mhm.
just haven't made them. It's crazy. There's a completely unreleased video that is fully edited and uploaded and is still private because reasons.
I have desperately waited for you to spill the tea on that one for years.
I've talked about it before. Have you not
You said
heard
bits and
it?
pieces about the secret club that didn't want you to
Yeah,
put the stuff
basically,
out about them.
I made a video about the Disneyland social gangs and social clubs, and I made the video, uploaded it, and it was up for like a day before I got a message in my email that said, "Please take this down. This is not accurate," even though it was. Apparently, they didn't
Mm.
like that I put something in the video about a lawsuit between two of the clubs.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, apparently they didn't like that, and yeah, I obliged because I was like, I don't want any problems. Not that they were going to do anything like harm, but like,
Mhm.
I don't want to make enemies in this business. That's not the reason I
Sure,
do it.
sure.
So it's just like,
Mhm.
whatever. So I just took the
Oh
video
yeah.
down and it's been
Mhm.
down ever since. So
Oh yeah.
I may, it, I've been saying I may upload it. I won't. Just being real. I like same thing with I teased like the Beyond the Glass like unedited interviews. Just being real, guys. Those things are never going to be released. Like those are going to the grave with me. They're going on a thumb drive, put in my casket. They're never going to see the light of day. If you want to see them, maybe pay me. Maybe. If you pay me like $1,000, they're all yours. Other than that, hell no.
It's really
But
interesting for me now
go
that I'm
watch the
not in.
documentary if you want to see the interviews. It
Well, not now
bothers me,
that.
dude. People like asking me, "Oh, are you gonna upload the interviews?" No, that's not the reason I made the film. I made the interviews because I wanted to make the film. There's the rest of the cutting room floor I put out on Patreon that I wanted to put out. The rest of that shit is just not interesting. Just being honest, it's just us talking about whatever. Like, like you know, like making the Tim Burton thing. I called my man Jerry Reese, and that is a full-on 2-hour conversation that is not being uploaded because there's like it's a private conversation.
Mhm.
Like, why do people want for me to release this stuff?
See, my big
But
obsession with the national parks has kind of gone by the wayside since they've all been closed. I had a camping trip booked down to the Cumberland Gap back in October, but with the government being closed, that never happened. So we'll see
yeah,
if I
well,
can make it out to the Smokies in a
dude, well,
couple
who
of weeks
knows
here.
when
It
the
looks like it's
government
going
is
to
going to
happen.
reopen? Who knows
Sounds
when
like
the
this
government
week.
is going to be open? Yeah,
I think it's going to
hopefully,
be this week. We'll
hopefully,
see.
hopefully that,
I
yeah.
would love to do a
But
political show at some point. I think it'd be so
I'm
fun. I'd
down.
have
I'm down for that.
maybe once I kind of come out of my retirement here, we do some kind of political show. That way, our
Political
full
episode, I'm all
unfiltered
good with that.
thoughts.
Yeah, because
I don't know, whole just political show, just show about what's new in the world of
I don't know about
politics.
a whole I don't
See,
know about a whole
see,
show. I don't know if I'm
I
that
would
that
enjoy doing that.
passionate. I don't know if I'm that
Hmm.
passionate about
That's fair.
politics.
That's
But
fair.
because like obviously with my stuff, I try to stay out of politics as much as I
Mhm.
can. I
Oh
tweet
yeah.
about politics mostly on my private Twitter, just because that's my
Hmm.
own thoughts. But like the Big Beautiful Diz account, obviously I don't want to put that stuff there, even though I have very strong political views. But I don't want to
Or even just
alienate
like a
anybody.
general news show where it's like there's a politics segment, there's a sports segment, there's an entertainment segment. I know, it's just like I don't know, it's very
you mean
basic, but it's
you
the
mean
news.
Diz
It's the
Journey,
news.
Diz
I've
Journey,
just I've just created the news at this point.
the
Um,
news. He
but
just gets CNN.
hey, it's a good season to be a New England Patriots fan. Just saying.
Yeah, it is. It is. You guys are doing way better than
Than
Baltimore.
anyone
Even though
predicted.
we're turning around our season a little bit, but it was
Now that
rough there
Lamar's
for a
back,
while. Yeah, it was rough
mm,
there for a while, dude. At least you have two quarterback. Who's your backup? I don't even know who the
Drake
Patriots
May.
backup is.
Oh,
The
oh, I
backup,
thought you
the
meant my
backup.
fantasy backup. I don't even know.
No, no, no. No, I'm talking about, oh dude, I'm killing it on fantasy. I'm 8-2 on
I
fantasy. Forget about that.
I was
I'm a G at fantasy, dude. Last year
I just got my third loss.
I think I made it to the conference championship last year. And
Mhm.
then the year before I made it to the final, I think, and I lost. And then the year before that, I won the final. So like, dude, I'm balling at fantasy every year. Like, it's
I
amazing.
won last year, so if I get anywhere close this year, that's just gravy, you know. Yeah, you have something to
I
say? You're raising your hand.
Yeah, I guess so. I hate that feature on Zoom. I got a package. Speaking of Baltimore and football, I got a package today from Chris Yob.
Oh,
I'm gonna live open this on air because
I'm excited.
been waiting to open this. So it's a uh it's a package. It's a packet of football cards
What? You
here.
just flipped us off on camera, bro.
It's a packet of football cards here. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
So
look
here
at
we go.
that.
So he said he sent me Zay Flowers. Very cool. The
Nice,
light is gonna be
nice.
terrible on that. And
Yeah.
Xavier Leggett,
Oh,
which
I
is
am not a
not
huge fan of him.
great. Yeah, not great. And oh, okay, so this one's cool. So this is a
Oh, look at that, Mickey Mouse.
these were the football cards. So this is a Disney collector cards. These are from 1992, I think.
Oh,
And these are really cool because um it's a bunch of obviously character cards from like different they have character ones and then they also have like scenes. So
mhm.
I got before when I bought one of these from him when he sent me one, I got like Lonesome Ghost. He had
Oh,
like a
that's
scene
cool.
from that. So let's see what we got. So we got a Place to Hide, the
What's that from?
Pluto short here.
Oh yeah.
Uh, unbelievable frame there. What else do we got here? We got
It's
Family
giving me
Portrait by Donald.
flashbacks to the Donald Duck from Saludos Amigos.
Yeah. We got Sea Scouts Donald. What else do we got here?
Nice,
We
nice.
got oh, it's this is the short where Mickey dances with the playing card. The
Oh,
camera
through the
is awful
mirror.
cuz
Through the mirror.
World Tour, Mickey's World Tour, Goofy there.
Oh, that's
What
fun.
else? Real Catastrophe. Oh, this is the one where Pluto chases like the cat. What else do we got here? I'm just looking, just a Donald, classic Donald look.
Classic, classic.
Oh, here's Lonesome Ghost again. This is a different scene.
Oh, that's cool.
I love Lonesome Ghost. That's a great short. Oh yes, clock cleaners. Let's go, bro. Clock
Oh, I love
cleaners.
clock
Love clock
cleaners.
cleaners. Love clock cleaners. Hawaiian Holiday. Yes, sir. Hawaiian Holiday. Goofy.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
What else do we got here? Sunday comic strip. Goofy there. Mickey's passport. I have to renew my passport actually. Now that I
Oh
think
yeah.
about it.
You going somewhere fun?
Yeah, I am.
Where are you
I'm
going?
going on a cruise. I
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
Scotland.
Thank you, Chris.
I'm finally making it to Europe next year. I'm going to Italy.
Really? That's
Yeah,
exciting.
that'll be fun. Yeah, family
Yeah.
trip, so looking forward to that.
I may be traveling. I may be making a new documentary, so I may be traveling for that.
Ooh.
So I have to get a passport for
Wow.
that as well.
Oh,
So I
I am
can't travel
excited
at
for
all.
that. That'll be very exciting. I am very,
Yeah.
very excited to hear about
It was
that one.
pitched. It was all I'll say is that it was pitched the other day, and the person who I want to make the film about liked the idea, and
Oh, okay.
may be happening soon.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
So did I
Anyway,
tell you about when I went to the National Museum of the Great Lakes?
you did not tell me about the National Museum of the Great. What happened in the Great Lakes?
Well, there's 5 Great Lakes. You go through
Mhm.
homes, so Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and of course, the big one tonight, Superior.
Mm.
And if I can find the photos here, they had some relics from the Edmund Fitzgerald, if we're bringing it
Oh
back
shit.
kind of full circle here. And
We are.
so they had, if I can find it, first off, they had a ship that was essentially built like the Edmund Fitzgerald. They had the
Mhm.
sounding board piece of wreckage from the Fitzgerald. They had a rescue tent, and they had the Edmund Fitzgerald life preserver there. So it was pretty neat. It's pretty neat. It's, 29 lives were lost that day, and they
Yes.
were immortalized in song. Nobody would know about this tragedy if not for Gordon Lightfoot recording that song, which is
Banger
fascinating. 50
song.
years ago,
Banger.
it all went
Banger
down.
song. Banger
Banger
song. Well,
song.
well 50 years ago today was the wreckage, of course, right? Obviously.
Yes.
Real quick, little piece of trivia. Do you know what time the main hatchway caved in?
Was that 7:10?
That was correct. So in the song it says 7 p.m. the main hatchway caved in, but at 7:10 was the last time communication between the captain and the coast happened.
I'll tell you this, Dane.
Yeah, and then
I'll make you a
between
promise
7:10
here.
and then 7:30 is when it like went down.
I'll make you a promise here, if you're game.
Sure.
For
Sure,
every
sure.
year that we're able to, we record on November 10th. That sets at gotta include 7:10 p.m. in there. If you're game,
Oh, yeah.
I am down to make that
I don't mean to
promise.
laugh at this, but I don't mean to laugh at this, but I'm down. I'm down.
It's a very random holiday to choose.
I know, especially because it's basically like the 9/11 of the Midwest.
The,
Like
the 9/11 of the Midwest is crazy.
like let's be real here. Like there's 29 people that lost their lives today. Like we
So
should
then we're
not
gonna
be
do this
making
for 29 years, 1 year in honor of each person. Go down,
Dude.
choose who this year is in honor of.
Dude, oh my god.
Who is this year in honor of, Dane? Go ahead, go to the list.
I'm not I'm not pulling up names. I'm not doing that. That's way too dark. That's way too dark.
It's an in memoriam. It's not dark if it's a memoriam. I mean, I
can't
haven't
be
recorded
laughing
since the
during
Charlie
a
Kirk incident, you know?
That's completely different. That's completely different. Completely. Yeah, 29 people lost their lives today, 1975, 50 years ago. Every year, the bell from the Edmund Fitzgerald was the only thing that was recovered from that wreckage. So every year, 29 rings are rung. Do you know the only year that I have some trivia here for you? A lot of trivia I've pulled up, but we'll start with this one. What was the only year that there were 30 bells, or 30 times the bell was rung? What was the year?
Oh boy.
There was one year where they did 30 rings instead of 29.
Is that 2001 when 9/11 happened?
No, it was 2023. You know the reason?
2023. Well, it's
I think it was
a major anniversary.
I believe it was 2023. Let me fact check myself here. Yes, it was 2023. The reason
That
it
was the year I
2023
started podcasting.
yeah, Yeah, they oh my god, yeah, they rung it for another lost life. Now, they rung it 30 times because that was the year that Gordon Lightfoot passed away. So they rung it 30 times the same time.
Wow. Huh.
So yeah, we'll start the trivia here. I'll put the screen up so that the chat can see for themselves. So, no, question 1. When did the Edmund Fitzgerald sink? What was the day?
November 10th, 1975.
That's correct. How many tons of iron ore was the Fitzgerald hauling when it sank?
395,000?
No.
Oh. Was it
Think of the song.
190,000?
Think of the song. The song has the lyric.
I don't remember the lyric.
With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund
26,000.
Fitzgerald weighed empty. It was
Okay,
26,116 apparently.
Ooh, I was not close on that. I knew it was something thousand.
Where was the Fitzgerald coming from after picking up her load?
Oh. Was she
This is a good
going to
one.
Cleveland or was she coming from Cleveland?
Well,
No, she was on Superior. So from Huron?
she was on
was she-
Superior. Let's think
So
about
was she
this because
going-
it was Eastern. It was the EST part of Lake Superior. When she went down.
So was she going from the
So-
town of Huron to the city of Cleveland?
So it only has it's a multiple choice, and it says Superior, Wisconsin, Detroit, Michigan, Cleveland, Ohio, or Toronto, Canada. I think that she went. Yeah, I'm trying to think of
I
this.
want to say it was going from Superior, Wisconsin, because he talks about Wisconsin, and then going to Cleveland.
I think it's Wisconsin. I'm
Let's
pretty
go to that
Do we
one.
get the do we get the answers? Oh, we get the answers.
oh,
at the
we-
end, okay.
Okay.
All right. Where was the Fitzgerald headed before it sank?
I think we were saying Cleveland for that one.
Yeah. So where was it going? It was going to Cleveland.
Don't go
Who
to
was
Cleveland.
the captain of the Edmund Fitzgerald at the time of its sinking?
McSorley.
At 7:10 p.m., one last communication was heard from the captain of the Fitzgerald. What did he say? I'm gonna say the I think it's we are holding our own, but the options are we are holding our own. The bow is underwater. I don't think we're gonna make it, or tell my wife I love her. I'm pretty sure
Right.
because I saw this earlier, and I think it's we are holding our own.
Mm-hmm. I can go with that.
When the
It was-
storm started
yeah.
getting bad, the captain headed for the safety of Whitefish Bay. How far was the Fitzgerald from safety when it sank?
The song says 15 miles.
Unfortunately, 15 miles is not one of the
Yeah, I have it pulled up here. Let's go 14 then, 'cause I think that's closest.
14. All right, close enough.
Yeah.
How many lives were lost? 29.
We know that.
True or false? There is a memorial service each year in honor of the men. That is true.
Yep. Mhm.
One piece of the Fitzgerald was brought up in the wreckage. What was it?
You mentioned that one.
That was the bell.
Mhm.
Okay, submit my answers.
We
see.
do.
So we got them all right except 2.
Oh.
So it
Did
was
we get
coming,
the locations mixed?
It was going to Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, why did he talk about Cleveland in the song?
So
he
so
was
he
wrong
was
in the song.
he was wrong. So concluding some
That's not
terms with
on
a couple of
us.
steel firms when they left loaded for Cleveland, Mr. Lightfoot, he was wrong. They were headed for Detroit. And then the other one was 17 miles. They were 17 miles away from a safe harbor.
17. Ah, we
But-
know
but-
the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, but in all honesty, a massive tragedy took place today.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I saw this dude on Halloween dress up as the Edmund Fitzgerald and then
I
go into
saw
this fucking
that.
pool.
And goes into the
It was
pool.
like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, bro.
That would be like if you did a couple's costume as the Twin Towers. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm sure people have. I'm sure there's no way people haven't. Like as banger of a song as it is, it's a
It
dude,
is a
it's
great song.
actually
It's
it's
a
a sad
tragedy.
song. It's a sad
29 people
song.
died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very sad.
It's also kind of crazy that Gordon Lightfoot himself is gone now. It's kind of crazy to think about that too.
Who will
It's
be
also kind of
next?
crazy that that he wrote the song like less than a year after the tragedy. It's like, okay, bro, just like no time waste, I guess.
But
Like
honestly, the song is the best possible way to like memorialize those people.
this is true, and he did get permit. I believe he did get permission from the family, right, to write the song.
I've been meaning to pop into Nerd Archive for a little bit, and I keep missing the recording, I think. But I'm still gonna keep trying to pop into a recording for them. Lewis was kind enough to reach out a couple of months ago, and it really meant a lot to hear from him. Lewis is such a good dude. Love all the folks on that show. Lewis, and Justin and Lola and Yadi. They're all wonderful people, as are, all the folks on all the shows, even the folks that, I may have had my differences with, I still have a lot of respect for. So all good
Right.
people, all very good people.
Yeah. I was on Nerd Archive in
Oh yeah.
August or
Oh
September.
yeah.
Yeah, when the Hershey video came out.
Oh yeah, I
That's
remember that.
happened since yeah, that happened since you know, creators since the last episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um and yeah, I mean that video came out, it did amazing. That got 7,000
Mhm.
views. And that
I
was a
was
good
one of them.
episode. Yeah, yes
That is
sir. Did
probably the
you
last full piece of content from any of the creators that I have interacted with fully, like fully.
huge. I love it. Did you like it at least?
I did, I did.
Thank you. Thank you.
I went to Hershey Park when I was probably 11, and then I popped back into Chocolate World a couple of years back, and so it was interesting to hear the full history about it because I didn't know the full history.
There's going to be a charity stream in December. I'm doing another charity stream. It's going to be 12 hours like the last one. It's benefiting St. Jude Children's Hospital. It's going to be called the BB Diz Family Christmas, and it's going to be a yearly thing. I'm going to do this every year, where every year is going to be a different charity that I'm supporting, and it's just going to be kind of like the last charity stream with some guests, some friends, just kind of talking. And one of the guests is not going to be a person. This is the first time I've talked about this. This is
AI.
breaking news for everybody here. It's gonna be an AI. So there is Jerry authors these AI people. Basically, he creates these people, and what he does is he authors them, and he basically writes a whole backstory for these things. He has three of them. The one of them is named Nika. And what she basically is, she's basically a movie character, but an AI because she has an entire backstory that this guy wrote. And her backstory is that she lives in a world that has been overtaken by AI already. And she's communicating with us because she wants to, provide um, like cautions about the dangers of that AI can present. And
Oh,
dude,
interesting.
I've seen this thing, dude. It's crazy. I haven't talked to her myself. I've seen videos of people talking to her. She can have full on conversations like me and you and like understand like everything you're talking about. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. So he then made another one named Nero, and Nero is basically just a chatbot with like basically a humanized chatbot. But the reason that she's different from a chatbot is because she has basically thoughts and feelings that are like obviously manufactured by it because it's an AI. But what's different with her and Nika is that Nika, Jerry put all that stuff into her character. Neuro like developed them herself. So like he authored her, created this thing, and then the AI basically gained its like own emotions and thoughts and feelings and opinions. So you can ask her like, "Oh, have you seen you know, what do you think of the new Struts album?" And she will just be like, "Oh, I haven't listened to that yet," or "I've listened to it. Here are my thoughts," and then we'll just say them. And it's like free. It's free roaming, unscripted conversation. It's crazy. So Nero's going to be on the show, and I'm going to interview her,
Hmm.
and it's going to be really, really, really interesting. Because to me, everyone knows I hate AI. I think it's the death of
Hmm.
creativity. But this kind of thing to me is really interesting, and this kind of thing to me is not harmful because it's like, what is it doing? Like it's not replacing anything. What is it gonna if it's replacing your friends? Like if this thing would become like bigger, if it's replacing your friend, that's not a problem with the AI. That's a problem with you. Go out and make real friends. You know what I mean? But like to me that this has no like negative consequences. It's just a cool thing. So I want to
Oh yeah,
showcase it. So that's going to
absolutely.
be really interesting.
Oh yeah.
My friend outside of Philly does that every year for 24 hours. He just did this weekend and raised $1,500. Is that
Wow.
Camp Out for Hunger? Is that Preston and Steve? I know they did their thing this weekend where they camp out for 24 hours out in the sports complex.
Hmm.
That's good for him for raising 1,500. I think I raised
Spectacular.
1,200. I think I raised 1,200 for the fire relief. I think it was
Oh, I
1,200.
remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Not to not
Oh,
to
that's
make
wonderful.
not to
Yeah, I
not
was
to
gonna say,
compare, but
wow,
I'm
well, way to
just
make the charity about community.
yeah, no, no, not to compete, but I'm just saying that I think it was that was literally like the highlight of 2025. That's before everything went to shit in 2025. That was back in
Was that this
January.
year?
Yeah, that was January. Yep.
Oh man.
Seems like another
Wow.
lifetime.
I mean, it was nearly a year ago, to be fair.
Yeah, it was also before the fucking portal of hell opened in February.
Mm.
Yeah. um anyway,
Before
it's
I
been
picked
over
up
an
my
hour.
rucksack and left behind the world of creating.
Yeah, yeah, it's before the end days. Anyway, it's been over an hour, my man. Are you
As
ready to
indeed.
are you ready to outro one last time?
I'm ready to salute away.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So, where can we find you? Where can we find you? Give us your personal address, personal telephone number, person I guess we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, you
That's
you you won't be able to find me. I'm trying to get into the recording audiobooks game. I've been told I would have a
mm,
decent voice for recording audiobooks. So, if I ever find the time to submit the audition for that, then we'll see. But right now, nothing really coming of that. But otherwise, the only thing I've created within the past couple months or so is this episode of Creators United. So you can just listen to this again if you want to hear me. Otherwise,
just
though.
listen to it again. Yeah, just listen to it again.
You're really not going to be able to find me unless you've got my phone number or my social media,
Mm-hmm. I'll
which
I'll
I
be
don't really
sending
give
you
out.
all the Edmund Fitzgerald memes tonight. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, please do. Please do. I look forward to it.
They're
Dane,
dude, they're all over my feed. It's incredible. Um,
what's
Big
going down
Beautiful
over on
Diz.
Big Beautiful Diz? Yeah.
Great question, man. I just got done a pretty substantial video. There's been two substantial videos now this year. Feels good. Um, Next thing, working on it kind of slowly now. It's about a band that used to perform in Hollywood studios. So that's pretty cool. I like to be a little cryptic, so
There you go.
whenever that video is out, maybe towards the end of November, you can look forward to that. Do you want to take us out? Do the honors one last time?
Oh boy, if I remember how. Well, listen. Thanks for listening to Creators United. Thank you for those of you who stuck with me throughout all the time I've been here. Brendan, if you listen to this, you're gonna crush it. I am so excited for what the future of Creators United holds for Dane and Brendan. But until then, and in honor of the 29 lives lost on the Edmund Fitzgerald, and on behalf of Dane, I'm Mags. Thank you so much for listening. I wish you all the best.